Hi everyone, it's the 14th of March and this is Katie tuning in from Technically Sustainable. So last video I also filmed this vlog in my car, and the backdrop of all of the stuff that's in here. We received some pictures of the homestead where we are going to be moving to today. I'm going to share some of those with you as I talk about them now. So looking from the pictures, there's a lot of growth everywhere, which is really promising. Some of the pictures, when we saw it 2 years ago, there were great big swathes of dirt that had no life growing on them at all, which we then learned was because the property had just had sections of it graded, which is fine once you know, but when you don't know, you look at the dirt a bit worried, like, why is nothing growing here? And the lemon trees all look like they're still there. One or two of them have even looked like they've recently dropped a lemon on the floor nearby. So we have citrus. We don't know if we have water, but we have citrus. So you can see it's in a bit of a state of disrepair. It needs some TLC. It needs some love and attention. And Andy and I are just counting down the minutes now until we can get out there. Also, just quickly, on the last video, I said at the end of it, this is what England calls a garden. And it's probably more accurate to say that's what my landlord calls a garden. I don't like all this concrete. I like nature, and I love trees. I want to be able to spend some more time around some trees. That would be really nice. Back to the pictures. We've even got a car on the land. We don't know much about getting it to working condition, how much tax is owed on it, whether it needs its, it's definitely going to need its ITV. ITV is the Spanish version of an MOT. I don't know if they're the same as what they're called in America. Let me know in the comments if it is called something different, because I've always just known it as an MOT. And that car's been sitting out there, so hopefully one of my uncles, who are very skilled with engines, I mean, we're a big family of engineers basically, but my specialty is not really combustion engines. I definitely lean towards more sustainable sources of energy, but it's kind of why we ended up with the name Technically Sustainable. We know it's going to be a very long time until we can truly get to the point where we can consider ourselves to be self-sufficient and sustainable, and, you know, get to a point where we're not throwing anything away in the bin. Anything we're buying in to the land of the property, we're sourcing responsibly from local sources wherever possible, to try and reduce the embedded energy of a product or an item that we buy. I think I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent. I'm just really interested in sustainability. And I really want to leave. It's hard to go. I'm definitely going to miss this country. I just feel this whole society is very wasteful. Anyway, I was just trying to talk to you about the pictures that I received today in my WhatsApp from a friend of ours who is local to the area, who agreed to pop in for me on the promise of a beer when I get out there to take some photos of the land, so that I can have a bit more of a recent idea of what we're going to find when we get out there, because no one has been there in at least 2 years. So these pictures literally came through this morning. It's the first time many of us have seen it. It's so sad how it looks now compared to how it looked when we all remembered it in its prime. So I'm really hoping that between us, myself and Andy, we can go out there and under instruction and, you know, with help from my amazing family, which, you know, there is no way I'd be able to do any of this. There's no way we'd be able to do any of this without them. And there's probably no way that they'd be able to do any of this without us. As Andy and I are the ones dedicating our whole lives to it. You know, we're going to actually live on the property. We're giving up our home. We're giving up everything we own in this country in order to go and do this. And we don't even know if, for definite, if water is connected to the house and other things like that. It's a bit tense.